I'm nervous. My anxiety right now is through the roof. I'm just going to do it. Let's get into this. I need your help. Bad. Long story short, I've been battling weight my entire life. And as most of you know that have known me, I've always been a big guy. Played sports, growing up, and was always, using my size for good in those reasons. And I actually then got into bodybuilding and dropped down to like 239 pounds my freshman year of college. And it's kind of funny to think. I actually thought I was still pretty fat at that point in time. But I'd kill to be right back there. So fast forward through college at 18 years old to now, where I'm 29 years old, and my weight has every year just slowly gone up, because of bodybuilding, and then powerlifting. I went up to about 300 pounds with powerlifting, and then from powerlifting, I started getting into entrepreneurship at like 20, 21 years old, and kind of quit working out altogether. So, but I would try to stay active somewhat and walk and run and here and there and stuff. But the last 3 or 4 years has been pretty rough for me, to be honest with you. Sorry, this is going to be raw. I'm just going to film this and post it, basically, because I want you guys to see it. My health over the last year has really been kind of hurting. So I'm so lucky to be 29 years old and be as overweight as I am and not have any diabetes or heart disease or anything like that. So I thank God every day for that. But I'm pushing it. I'm pushing the limits of this every single day. And I got sick with like a stomach issue thing in February of this year. And I was bedridden for about 2 weeks. And my anxiety, went through the roof to where I was afraid to like drive or go anywhere because of, having a meltdown basically. And I knew at that point in time my weight had gone too far. And that was really hurting me because it was affecting my digestive system and giving me terrible acid reflux, so bad to where I couldn't eat anything, and the pressure would cause like breathing issues in my chest, just a mess. And I started getting heart palpitations out of the random, which is scary. If you've ever had a heart palpitation, it's scary. I've been to the doctors more in the last year than I have been probably my entire life, and my friends keep calling me even a hypochondriac, but I'm scared. So about at that time, right, I was weighing myself for my doctor, and this is March, and I was 449 pounds, and I dropped down to about 418 pounds when I got sick. I was like, okay, cool, I'm on my way. Let's use this as a weight loss thing. And I was so weak and so tired from that experience. But I started feeling better, and I got better, and they put me on some medicines to calm my stomach down, and it worked. And I continued running my business and living life and just doing my things, keeping my priorities and focus on this business and trying to achieve those goals. And after I got sick, I had a hard time really even harder time walking upstairs and walking places, and my feet were killing me, my knees were killing me, and I really realized that my body was just being punished for being over 400 pounds. And then in the last year and a half, I've really been at a desk more than I've ever been in my entire life, so I wasn't getting as much exercise as I was used to, and on my feet as much as I've always been used to between my old jobs. And I did a contest. Let me explain the contest. About a month and a half ago, two of my friends, Brad and Brandon, bet each other $100 that they could lose more weight than the other in 1 month, 30 days. And they told me about it before they started, and they said, hey, do you want to get in? And I said, well, heck yeah, I'll gladly lose more weight than you. I'm a competitive person. And next thing you know, Brandon's wife wanted in, and then Brad's friend wanted in. So we had 5 people in this pot. And $500, and I said, this is great. Let's go for the money. And Megan one day made a Facebook page. And the Facebook page is just for us. And it's basically for us to post what we're eating and support each other, talk a lot of smack, right? And keep us on track. Keep us focused and motivate each other is the big thing. And I said, even if I lose this, $100 to lose weight is a damn good investment. And that was my initial thought as I went into this. So November 1st was our weigh-in, okay? 2 weeks ago. And I was at Publix earlier that day, and I got on the scales because I knew we'd be weighing in that night together. And when I got on the scale at Publix, it said I weighed 470 pounds. 6 foot tall, 470 pounds. And my heart sank. I've never in my life thought I'd ever be that heavy. In fact, they make TLC shows about that. I panicked, and I took a picture of that weight, and I just sent it to Brandon to say, this is my weigh-in, count it. And I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of my friends like that by weighing in and hearing the silence. So I figured I would just text it. And I did. And that was the biggest wake-up lesson of my life, knowing I was only 30 pounds away from being 500 pounds. So, we start this competition. And I know how to lose weight because I've lost in the past in bodybuilding and stuff. But I knew this time was different. I had a fire lit under me because for once, I'm doing this just for me. I'm doing it for my life. I work so hard to put myself in such a cool position, and what good is that going to do if I'm not here? And my family is worried about my weight constantly. And they asked me about it. And I remember my dad asking me over the summer if I would consider bariatric weight loss surgery. And he was giving me info and sending me pamphlets, and I know he was doing it out of sheer love. Because he doesn't want to lose me, and none of my family does. And February 2nd, about 2.5 months from now, I turn 30 years old. I have no idea where the last 15 years have gone, but I turned 30 years old. And I'm absolutely terrified that if I don't make a change now, that this is just going to keep snowballing, and I don't even want to think about where that's going to go. So, the day I started this weight loss competition, right, was just the start of another diet, in essence. And I said I'm going to do things differently this way. I'm going to give myself 2,000 calories, and that's enough, as I researched, to do a deficit, and I'm going to start walking. Because I cannot explain to you, and I'll do another video if you guys want, about how out of shape I am, but it's embarrassing. It's 100% embarrassing. So I started that day eating healthy, and I went for a walk, and I made it about maybe less than a half mile before I was ready to die, and I couldn't breathe. And I was extremely embarrassed, but I was by myself. So it was just me versus me. And going on, I was like, you know what? You're going to exercise something every day for 7 days. That was my first goal. And you're going to eat healthy. And you're not going to have a cheat day. You're going to stick to 2,000 calories. 2,000 good calories. But it's manageable. This is a lifestyle change. This isn't a diet. So the next 7 days, the switch I've been looking for flipped. I fell in love with our little Facebook group and the motivation and the smack talking and keeping each other driven. And the $100 investment was the best thing I've ever could have done, because the $500 pot at the end of it is tempting, but the glory of beating my friends on a percentage was what I really wanted. And I started pushing myself harder and walking a little further each day. And my roommate, Catherine, decided she'd go on walks with me too. And then next thing I know, 2 weeks have passed. And the motivation side of this has been unreal, right? The 5 of us have been so supportive, and Catherine, my roommate, has been so supportive and helpful in eating healthier with me and stuff. So like when we do go out and get food somewhere, they're much better options. And I feel, for the first time in years, absolutely amazing. I'm not quite as short on breath as I was climbing upstairs. Like I'm only 2 weeks, I'm 15 days, 16 days into this, and I've noticed so much improvement already. That's why I'm making this video. I weighed in a day one at 470 pounds. I weighed in this morning at 445.2 pounds. I'm down well over 25 pounds. That's huge to me. It's been 16 days. And I know I have a lot of fat, obviously I can lose, and it's going to drop somewhat faster than the average person, but I also have a longer way to go. So my goal weight is probably somewhere in the 250s, 230s to 250s again. Right now, it's to get to 399 pounds. I have not been in the 300s in probably 2 years. And I'm doing this for me. But I would love it if everyone that watches this video will follow me on social media and support me. Because what I noticed is when I had my friends Brandon and Brad and Megan and those guys around me, they held me accountable. And the accountability was what was so special to me. And I knew I couldn't let them down. And I knew I refused to be absolutely embarrassed come weigh-in day, January 1st, when our contest ends. I know I have to at least drop a good amount of weight. Win or lose, doesn't matter, but I can't just give up. I committed to it. So that's what I'm asking from you guys. Help me. Hold me accountable. I'll be posting stuff. I want to document this journey because I know I'm not the only person that struggles with weight loss. And I'm all about helping myself and then using that to help as many people around me. So hopefully this video will maybe change one person's mind and not wait for the new year to start caring about themselves and their bodies. That would be a dream. That would be an absolute dream. But I would love it from the bottom of my absolute heart if you would join me in my journey of losing over 200 pounds. Because there's no stopping me at this point in time. In fact, to prove it, I guess, let's do this. Oh, we're just gonna do it. I'm kind of cannot believe it's here. Bear with me. But I'm so committed to this journey that this is it. This is it. This is the last time you will see Jesse at 400 and now 445 pounds. It feels good, and I'm also terrified about posting this video, but I know if I post this video, I'll hold myself accountable, and you guys hopefully will support me and hold me accountable as well. This isn't a cry, for poor pity me. Like, I don't need that, you know what I mean? I need love and support and you guys to root me on, because it's a long road ahead. And anybody else that wants to join me on this, I'm right there with you. I'm there to support you and give you as much love that you need to do your own journey. So, to all my friends and family, this is for you. Brad and Brandon, I can't thank you from the bottom of my heart for getting this switch going. And for future Jesse that gets to watch this, I'm going to make you proud, buddy. So, I love you guys. This is saving my life. This is literally saving my life. That's what this video will be titled. Thank you for the support. Subscribe, share it to somebody else that's struggling with weight and depressed about it, because you can't do it alone and we're in this together. Wait for the next post. Thank you guys. Love ya. Bye.